Today on the Freemasonry Report, 5 more ways to motivate your brothers. I did a recent blog article on the Freemasonry Report and I wrote 5 ways you can motivate your brothers. Well, I had 5 more, so this is the video that talks about 5 more ways for you to motivate the brothers in your Masonic Lodge. Enjoy. Idea number 1 is include them in big decisions. That's right. You want them to be engaged, inspired, and giving their impact and their input on ideas. So if you have an idea that you have out there to maybe make your lodge have a building improvement, or maybe it's a committee where you're trying to be more transparent, or maybe it's something else like a community event, have your brothers come in and talk. And you need to listen. You don't need to always speak. You need to just listen to what they have to say, good, bad, or indifferent. You want them to engage. The way you get them to get motivated is you want them to talk, and you want to notice that you're giving good eye contact to them, and you want to make sure that you're smiling and you're agreeing with what their input is, even if some of the things you might not be 100% on board on, but you want them to have the feeling that you, as a leader in the lodge, care about what they're sharing. By having them be included in big decisions, from maybe getting new air conditioning units for your lodge, or maybe it's having a new event with a school, or whatever it may be, by having them included in the big decision, talking about what's going to happen for that big decision, you're going to have a more engaged and more motivated brother. And you're going to have a brother that's bought into the idea because they feel that they are included in the decision-making process. It goes so far when you do that. In Freemasonry, so many times when someone comes in and they are the master of the lodge and they have 100% control of things that are happening, they sometimes don't always engage their brothers. But when you do engage them, you're going to have such a different impact on the results. Idea number 2 from the Freemasonry Report. Create an incentive for them to get excited about. Yes, people do get excited about incentives. And no, you can't just expect everyone that's volunteering just to be happy about volunteering because they're volunteering and they're a brother of the lodge. You need to always recreate that excitement they felt when they first got initiated into the fraternity. How do you do that? Simple incentives. Give them a polo shirt for being active. Give them a box of chocolates. Give them something that they could say, this is my incentive for being part of it. And when do you do that? After they have engaged and been there for a while. You can have it ongoing. So you don't have to give everything on the front end. You could do it something on the tail end as like the carrot when they finish, or you could do it throughout. Sometimes it's nice when you show up to a meeting and you just have a bunch of nice chocolates to give to everyone. That's really kind of cool and fun. So you want to make sure that you have these incentives set aside and you're aware of the incentives. Some of them can be a surprise. Some of them you could already pre-planned. You want to make sure though your brothers get motivated because they know they're getting a little something extra and they can feel good about it. You'd be surprised, those little gifts you might give. It doesn't have to be a high dollar gift. Really small gift could go a long way and really pump them up and have them feel good. Like, today's a new day in the fraternity and man, I got to get involved and I got to tell all the brothers to get involved in this committee because there's some nice incentive and I'm type A, goal oriented, and I'm going to take advantage of this. So that's idea number 2. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you want more ideas, go back over to the Freemasonry Report blog article on this subject because I have 5 different ones there that I put a lot of time researching into, and these are just 5 more ideas. I hope you enjoy it. Idea number 3 from the Freemasonry Report on how to motivate your brothers in your Masonic Lodge. Give them a purpose. Yeah, this is a really good one because when they know the purpose of what they're doing it for, it goes a lot further. A lot of times brothers just sort of think automatically every brother knows what the purpose is. You may have a brand new brother that may not know, and he needs to know why you want him to get involved or stay involved or be involved in something. On the flip side, you have some brothers that are past masters that have done a lot of things, and they may just be brothers that always sit on the sideline that have been involved for 20 years but never wanted to be a leader for whatever reason, which is fine. But you need to give them the purpose why you want them to get involved. You need to make it very clear. You need to share your vision, your mission with them. And you can't just be blunt and to the point like a maul. You need to be very soft touch, friendly, easygoing, but at the same time direct, where you're sort of explaining it to them in a friendly way so they feel engaged. You don't ever want to come across as being rude and crude or just too much to the point, because that doesn't work and people will get demotivated from that. So you always want to be motivated. You don't want to use profanity when you're explaining the purpose either. Nobody wants to hear an F-bomb. And I've done research and they say people that actually use foul language are more credible, but in my takeaway, it's just unprofessional and it doesn't sit well as a brotherhood if you're dropping the F-bomb. So just keep the profanity out. It also demotivates people. So my recommendation is share the purpose, share your vision, share your mission, so they are aware of why they're doing this and they should get involved. Okay, idea number 4. This is huge. You're going to love this one. I personally love this one as well. You want to invest in your brothers. You want to make an investment in them. It's different from an incentive, which I mentioned before, because what you're doing is you're taking time to actually train them. You're taking time to talk to them, build a relationship with them in reference to the fraternity, and invest your time and your efforts, maybe even some of your money, to take them out for a cup of coffee and invest in them. By doing that, you are motivating them and showing them that you care and that they matter. By making that investment of your time and of, maybe a limited resource, it goes a long way. And a lot of people just don't take that in consideration when they say, well, they didn't show up, so obviously they don't care. My attitude is pick up the phone. When I was master of my lodge over the summertime, I called the people that were late in paying their dues and saying, hey, brother, how are you? How's everything going? How's life? Is there anything that's a matter? Is there anything I could do to help you? Would it make it easier if I met with you somewhere so we can get your due situation squared away? Now, I know that's very due specific, but it's just an example I have to share with you because I'm a past master of my lodge and I want you to be aware of that. And this is something I did during my year. Now, what you may do is completely different. And that's fine. That's what the fraternity is about. Each one of us have a different thing, but it's about investing and taking the time to really get with your brother and connecting with him on a personal level. That one-to-one conversation goes a long way. That one-to-one phone call goes a long way. That text message, maybe with a silly gift, goes a long way. You want to invest in them over and over and over again so they feel like, wow, this is someone that isn't just part of a group I paid membership into, but this is someone that's a good friend. I can hang out with them and they get me, we connect. It's a good thing. And it might even be something as simple like some brothers, they have a young family and the lodge night is their guys' night out. So for them to say, hey, let's grab some fries with chili on top and some cheese, that is investing that time to say, okay, I can go home. But you know what? Let's go do that because this is your night. This is your chance to sort of unwind a little bit because every other night of the week is spoken for. So make that investment. And maybe the investment might be inviting them to the same church you go to. If they're new in town, they're a new brother, and saying, hey, do you have a church? Come to church with me. You might like the church I go to. That's another way to invest, to make that connection. So invest, invest, invest. And every investment you make will put an emotional coin in the piggy bank of the fraternity and build the motivation of the fraternity. So when you say, hey, I need help with something, that brother you invested with, all those little coins is now going to say, what do you need, bro? I'm here for you. Okay, number 5. This is the biggest one. This is the one that's the most powerful. If you want to motivate your brothers in your lodge and have just people on fire, literally on fire with motivation, and sharing it with everyone that they see, you need to do this one thing. This is it. Trust. That's the word. You need to completely trust people that you have on your team. All those brothers that you pull in to have do something for you, you need to be 100% trusting of them. You need to empower them. You need to allow them to do their job the best way they can do it. By putting faith in your brothers to do the job correctly and not micromanaging them, standing over their shoulder or hooting and hollering, you are building the fraternity in such a way that they're so motivated to say, man, the worshipful master trusted me so much that he would be the Tyler when I was sitting in the East because he trusted me that I was not going to make a mistake because he practiced with me the degree while I'm sitting in the East and everything is ready to go and he's comfortable with me. And you know what? He asked me to do something in reference to the school and he trusts me to go execute that and read the book to the first grade classroom. He doesn't have to sit over my shoulder or demand that I have some proof that I did it. That faith, that trust goes such a long way. And it's so weird because I say that and there's brothers out there that this is the first time they've heard it. So for some of you, like, hey, this is no brainer. But for others, this is like the very first time they've heard that, and they're like, wow, that really makes sense. The more you empower, the more you put your faith, trust, and confidence in someone, the more fun you're making the fraternity, and the more likely they're going to want to get their friends, family involved in the fraternity and be active in the fraternity, and they know this is a place where they can have a good time. With that being said, that last one is so huge. If you like this, go to the freemasonryreport.com right now and read some of the articles that I have on there. Or better yet, subscribe to this YouTube channel and watch all our videos. If you like the videos, give us a thumbs up. If you really like the videos, say, oh yes, I love these videos in the comments, and I know that I can make more like this because this is what you brothers want to see. With that being said, I hope you have a fantastic day and take care.